All right, we have a new Netflix movie to talk about called Apex. Let's go. Guys, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell, leave me a thumbs up or a comment because the algorithm likes that. You'll be helping a smaller YouTuber with his channel, so many thanks. So this movie is a survival action thriller movie, and it was released here on Netflix, directed by Baltasar Karmaka, who also did Everest.
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron. It stars Charlize Theron, Taron Egerton, and Eric Bana.
You going out alone? I wouldn't recommend it.
I'm trying to get to Grand Isle Narrows.
You want the easy way or the hard way?
The best way.
This movie tells the story of a rock climber in the wild who finds herself being hunted by a hunter as she works to survive. So this movie starts with our main character, Sasha, played by Charlize, and Tommy, played by Eric Bana, and they are scaling a mountain. Tragedy basically strikes, and the film then jumps ahead. I really enjoyed the movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I didn't really expect to. I mean, Netflix doesn't have the best track record personally for me. There's only a handful of movies that I really enjoyed on that platform. But I enjoyed this one. Is it perfect? No. Is it really bad? No. It just sits nicely in the middle. The movie opens where they're sleeping in a portaledge and they're hanging off the side of a mountain, which was kind of crazy. We have some great sweeping mountain shots. The cinematography in this movie is pretty damn good. Set mostly in the Australian outback. Does a great job of using its setting to really make you feel isolated with Sasha. What I like is that we have flawed characters. Sasha is kind of an ass to people most of the time. Like, she won't answer people when people are trying to talk to her. She says some things that even when you don't know who Taron Egerton's character becomes, he becomes the villain in the movie, of course. He plays Ben, who is just really unhinged, and I don't want to spoil things too much, but he is crazy. But before we know that, she's being an ass to him when he's really just trying to be helpful by giving her some food and helping her with her bag and like her supplies. So on the surface, without looking into Ben's actual character before knowing anything about him, you kind of see her flaws, and that's okay because it means your character isn't one-dimensional. She actually does have a personality. Now, with the beginning of the movie, if we go back a little bit, this movie does kind of remind me of Cliffhanger at times. Mainly because of the rock climbing, right? There aren't many movies that are based around rock climbing. So naturally I went to Cliffhanger because of the tragic thing that happens at the beginning of the movie. And as you know, with Cliffhanger, when Stallone's character drops or lets go of his friend's girlfriend, that sets the movie up, and this sets the movie up here. So some similarities there, but also Deliverance. This movie is like Deliverance, but it's less effective, it's less scary. In general, Deliverance is a classic. So, but if if you enjoyed the elements of that movie of someone being hunted down in the middle of nowhere in the wilderness, and the whole kayaking thing is very similar here. That Sasha's going through this great river on a kayak and experiencing danger, and she kind of gets a thrill from that danger. So I'd say it's more like a more of an action version of Deliverance, and doesn't so focus on the horror so much. There are elements of that, but really it's more of a thriller. Eric Bana's underutilized. Of course, his character has to be killed off because that's what's in the story to make it work and make it flow correctly, and it basically gives our character motivation to do what she does in the movie. But Eric Bana is such a good actor. It's like, damn, I wish he was around a little bit longer. Also, there's a scene where Sasha goes back into her tent and there's a snake and it's a jump scare. That got me. That actually got me. I don't often get done by jump scares. I just really didn't anticipate this one. I think movies with jump scares can be really effective if you're not watching a horror and it does a jump scare, because you're not expecting that. Sasha, that's where she meets Ben. who had helped her with some kind of asshole guys just hanging around, and it was kind of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre slash Deliverance kind of weirdos in the middle of nowhere situation, right? Rednecks, I guess. So instantly you're kind of drawn to Ben a little bit because he's nice to her and tries to help her out, which, by the way, she isn't nice back. But they're reunited later after Sasha's bag gets stolen overnight. When she wakes up in her tent, her bag is gone, and she manages to reunite with this character. And there's some good character building. There's some good to and froms, but the moment really does switch quite quickly, and that's really where our movie gets. Uh, that's really where the movie kind of takes off with its main arc. Our main character Sasha and Ben have to work together, even though they're essentially trying to kill each other. They have to work together in one scene, and that was kind of different. It kind of shows again there's a little bit more humanity because our characters aren't dumb either. They know what's happening, and they know eventually one of them's going to have to kill the other. There's not many movies that are able to give you smart characters, and these generally are quite smart characters in the film. So that was quite impressive and a bit of a breath of fresh air after watching so many movies where characters make stupid mistakes. Especially as a fan of horror movies, it is so rare to find characters that are smart. So when you do watch a film like this and you're taken aback and you're kind of pleasantly surprised, that's a win for me. But the movie is kind of forgetful. That's one of its criticisms. It doesn't really do much in its time. Sasha heads out into the outback. She meets Ben again. Everything goes wrong. He's hunting her, and it's basically most of the movie is him on her tail. There's some creepy revelations towards the end of the movie, but one of my favorite moments of the whole film was right at the very end when she has to basically free climb to the top, and it's quite tense. It is really tense. You feel like you're there with her. You feel like you're watching where she's placing her hands and her feet. You know she's slightly injured, and it's like, how are they going to end this movie? Rewatchability wise, don't know if there is much there to rewatch. I'd probably watch it again years and years down the line, but it's not one of those movies like, oh, that's a great movie. That like I didn't have that reaction. It was good. I enjoyed it. And sometimes that's all you need from a film. Not every film needs to be a blockbuster. Not every film needs to be emotive and amazing and incredible and good cinematography, good acting, good characters, good writing. I had a good time, and for that reason, I'm going to give Apex 3.5 stars. Definitely makes me want to watch Deliverance again, so perhaps I'll watch that. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, and I absolutely love that film. But the same with Cliffhanger. Like I could watch Cliffhanger now. Like that's made me want to watch Cliffhanger. And as much as that's a very kind of like got cheesy elements to it, I have a blast with Cliffhanger. Apex definitely is up there with Cliffhanger. Like I would give Cliffhanger 3.5 stars. It's more action orientated, but what I like about Apex is the survival element, but it doesn't get bogged down in the details of the survival aspects in the Outback. Like we know it's the Outback. Like we know it's going to be dangerous. We don't have to show our character trying to survive. Instead, she's using her environment to get away from the hunter, and like almost like she knows kind of how to survive anyway. So she's got that on her side. She does get a few injuries, but not as much as you'd expect. But it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Guys, I'd recommend this one if you've got some free time. Definitely check it out on Netflix. And yeah, if you enjoyed this movie, let me know down in the comment section. Or did you hate the movie? Did you think I made some stupid points and maybe you completely disagree? That's okay because movies are subjective. I'm going to go and see Michael again tomorrow for the second watch because I absolutely love that movie. I'm still thinking about it. But I have to say, like the discourse online, I want to make a movie. I think I'm going to make another video on Michael, but more so on the discourse online between like moviegoers, like general audiences, critics, and also the super Michael Jackson fans as well. There's so much to talk about. It's crazy what I'm seeing online between people. This movie has divided so many people, so expect that video as well. I'm also going to be talking about Jaws and how that's my favorite movie and why it's my favorite movie. Also, still need to rank some shark movies, so that is still on the cards. So lots here to check out on my channel, and of course, next week we'll be doing the next episode of The Boys. Next Friday, I'm going to watch Hokum, so you can check that review out as well. And then as we go into May, it's absolutely packed with movies. I've got Mortal Kombat to watch, like the first one, because I've seen it once, and I need to watch it again and review that before Mortal Kombat 2 comes out. We have Mandalorian and Grogu, so I kind of want to chuck some Star Wars reviews out there. I'm going to rewatch The Mandalorian again because season 3 was such a awful blur that I kind of want to watch it just to get myself up to speed again. 2026 is a really interesting year for movies, and I can't wait to give you my thoughts on my ranking at the end of the year. Also in November, I'm going to Orlando, doing all the theme parks again, going on holiday for 2 weeks there. So hoping to do something I can tie in there. But also, I'm going to be doing movie locations on my channel as well. The first one's probably going to be the Resistance Space movie location from the Star Wars sequels, because it's literally not that far from me. I'll be doing some London-based ones, so like Harry Potter, American Werewolf in London, and James Bond locations. Maybe some Hammer locations as well. So that's kind of in the works. Still working on my podcast as well, which is called Movies Are Us, that I am working on. I will get the first episode done. It's just been a bit hectic here. So a bit of a channel update there. Sorry for going on and on, but just wanted to let you guys know why you should subscribe here. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of Apex, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves.